What's up, everyone? I am Outlaw, you my viewers, and together we make up the Destined Outlaws. Alright, so first of all, I want to thank you guys so much for all the amount of support I've been receiving in the recent videos and these past few weeks. My channel has really been growing and my community as well, and I really would like to thank you all just for that. I truly do really appreciate you guys, and I just want to say just keep it up and thank you again. So now, before I get into the video that you all came to see, I have on screen here, I have two options for my mascot for the yokai side of things. As you all know, Mewtwo is what I consider an outlaw in the Pokemon side of things. So there you go. I'm gonna let you guys vote here, take a good look, and I'll do a straw poll or something, and the link will be in the description, also in the comments. I'll consider some of the comments too as well. Alright, welcome to part 3 of my Yokai Watch 2 coverage and information givingness. If you haven't already, please check out part 1 and part 2. They will I will put up images of them right here on screen right now for a little bit, and also annotations and cards or whatever, and links in the description. So check out part 1 and part 2. Part 1 and part 2 in general, to sum it up, they each cover each game and their respective yokai. For example, Fleshy Souls has a certain kind of yokai, and then Bony Spirits have a certain kind of yokai. And here I in those two videos, I cover each one of those games separate and their respective yokai, you know. So if you haven't already, please go check them out. And without any further ado, let's continue here. But also to sum up this one, I'm just going to talk about what's new in the game and explain the story a little bit based on my understanding. And I would try not to put too much spoilers, but I'm gonna let you guys know when there's a spoiler, when a spoiler starts, when a spoiler ends. I'll flash on the screen, you guys can mute it, whatever you want to do. But yeah, this one basically I'm gonna sum up the games in general, your objective, you know, new features, and what's new in general, why you should get the game, or why I'm personally interested in this game. Alright, so let's continue here. Okay, so for those who don't know, Yokai Watch 2 is the second installment of the Yokai Watch series. It's developed by Level 5. Their logo will be on screen right now, and has been released for the 3DS on 2 separate games, subtitled Bony Spirits, originally called Gonzo in Japanese, and then Fleshy Souls, which was originally called Honke. And they came out July 10, 2014. And now they're receiving their English debut, due to be released in the upcoming weeks on September 30th, 2016. And for those of you guys in Europe, the game will release somewhere spring 2017. And Australia and New Zealand, you guys are getting it October 15th, 2016. So you guys get it in a few weeks after we actually get it over here in the US. What's the point of Yokai Watch 2? Some of the new things that we can say is you embark on an all-new journey. In Springdale, there's more than 350 new and returning yokai to discover and befriend, each with a unique look, personality, social moves, etc. Same system of the 6 yokai, you know, 3 in the front, 3 in the back. You have to solve people's problems by completing quests, just like Yokai Watch 1. But the thing is here is that in Yokai Watch 2, there's a civil war happening between 2 Yokai Watch factions, and one of them is being led by Arachnus. I forgot his Japanese name, and the other one was his name is Total Dude, which is an awesome name. That's fun, Total Dude. He leads the other faction. Here are some images courtesy of the Nintendo Direct that was released on September 1st, which was just a few days ago. And they're having a feud, and your job is to, you know, calm them down and end the civil war, which I'm guessing that will be the main story. Then here we have there's some things that you do different now. You get to ride a train, and you go to new areas, which is a countryside village called Harrisville, and then the seaside town of San Fantastico, and it's awesome. This is sort of semi-spoiler here. We'll talk about this. Travel back in time to discover the origin of the Yokai Watch, the unique classic yokai, and discover yokai from 60 years ago. And you have to make sure that the Model Watch 0 is created and your timeline is preserved. And for those of you wondering, what is a classic yokai? Let's see here. Classic yokai are a group of yokai hailing from the decades or even centuries in the past, and they first debuted in Yokai Watch 2. Some of these classic yokais you guys seen before, and actually in my Wibble Wobble series, which are what's called Cyclops, Boyclops, and Lady Longneck, and Hattie Soul, and stuff like that. These are some of the yokais that we know already, who are classic yokai. One of the classic yokai is actually Total Dude, which is the guy leading the one faction. Nomi is a classic yokai. Ozarachnus is a classic yokai too as well. So in Yokai Watch 2, you team up with the heroic cat Hovernyan, which is one of the ones that I showed in the beginning of this episode, actually, for you guys to choose to see which one will be the face or the mascot on the Yokai Watch side of things for Destined Outlaws, so I don't always have Mewtwo for my other videos. You team up with him, travel back in time to save Springdales and witness the origins of the Yokai Watch and things like that. Yeah, so one of the new features are in Yokai Watch 2 is that you team up with up to 4 players in an all-new action-based local multiplayer mode. You need additional games and systems required to do this. You get one of 3 special yokai, Buchinyan, Noko, or Komo-san. Differences between Komo-san and Noko is that Komo-san is wearing his book bag, and which in Yokai Watch 1 he's not. I never even noticed. Noku's wearing a bow tie, and Buchinyan is just I guess he's Jibanyan mixed with Whisper, but that's what they're saying. Things are coming along with this. We're going to be introduced to the Yo Motion medals. These sold separately, available late 2016. Also, the Yokai Watch Model 0 is going to come out way later on. I'll show you images of all these on screen. Obviously, Season 2 of the show has started too on Disney XD. Started actually earlier in the summer. What is the plot of this game? Let's see. This is I will tell you guys, this will be a spoiler alert. So as long as you see the spoiler and the mute button on screen, don't listen if you don't want to be spoiled. And so yeah. Alright, so the plot is one night a mysterious yokai appear, wipe away the memories of the player and all the yokai that they befriended during the course of the previous game. The player's family spends the next day downtown where they decide to buy manju. However, an argument erupts when the player's father is set on Ganzo manju and the player's mother is set on Honke manju. They reach an agreement by having the player decide, and the Bony spirits and Fleshy souls, the choice is fixed and the player chooses manju reflected on the game version. So then the player leads their parents to their next discussion and runs into Bear and Eddie. I'll show images of Bear and Eddie if you guys who don't know who they are. Maybe you need a little refresher. We weekly show their new Mega Watches, triggering a faint reminder of the Yokai Watch the player carried until the incident the night before. The player's interest is later called by the sight of a memory shop, which carries watches similar to the one seen earlier. The shopkeeper digresses that his watch reveals hidden things to people and carries a ridiculously low price of only 100 yen. And the player purchases one, and the shopkeeper encourages him to go use it at the gacha machine outside the store. The player then inserts a coin into the gacha machine, but is disappointed when a rock pumps out for a prize. The player leaves it behind, but is pulled back when he hears a voice calling him, beckoning the player to open it. In doing so, the player releases the ghostly yokai butler Whisper from the gachapon, who explains the memory shop's yokai watch and is allowed to, interact with yokai all over again. The player has a feeling of deja vu. Realizing he knows how to operate the yokai watch, the watch then begins to emit strange light, and the player and Whisper find their memories restored. The player and Whisper then seek out their old friend Jibanyan at the fish place, where he's always at, Tails taking his revenge on the traffic that ended his past life, trying to pause the fury some trucks and stuff like that. Jibanyan is shocked that being spotted by a human does not recognize the player, being that his memory was wiped as well. Jibanyan recovers the memories of friendship with the player, because the yokai watch emits an unusual light, and Jibanyan's memories back. Jibanyan gives the player back his yokai medal, and the three friends, Ponders and memory shop owners, know anymore about what happened to them. So they go back to the memory shop, but discovered it's vanished. On the way home, the player and Whisper encounter cleanly yokai named Bushido. I will show Bushido also on screen right now. The player summons Jibanyan into battle, which motivates him to fight with the promise of the Choco Bar. Bushido's overwhelmed and offers the players yokai medal as well. Then they continue home, unaware that they're being watched by the previous night's culprits, which is Kin and Jin. For those of you guys who watch this TV show, Kin and Jin have already tried to mess with time, so this is where the whole time thing happens. They actually, in the TV show, spoiler alert still, in the TV show, they set Jibanya back into time and give him the choice to live, and if he lives, he'll never meet Nate, and everything changes with time. So that'll be the end of the spoilers right there. It's safe now. You guys notice the volume up button is on. It's totally safe. Spoilers are done right now. So now with the Yokai Watch Model Zero, this is cool. The Model Zeros is a colorful watch. It's a little different. There's more steps to it, which is awesome in the anime, and it doesn't use regular yokai medals. And in order to summon the classic yokai, you need the Model Zero anyway. So let's talk about the exploration part. The player can traverse Springsdale, and I already said this before. San Fantastico, Harrisville, the Excellent Tower, which is something that we actually do in Wibble Wobble. You've reached by train. Time travel is an important mechanic. It's something that they showed in the commercial. I wouldn't say that's a spoiler because it's something that would entice the player to play. You explore Springdale 60 years in the past, where only certain types of yokai can be met, which are the classic yokai. That's where the spoiler comes in, I guess you can call that. Now, the yokai watch can be used differently throughout the town. Shining lights and spots. You can challenge the player to determine which yokai is needed to be summoned for a special event. Shining light on some walls and covers doors to hostile yokai who yield special orbs. Most of the yokai now, also, which is cool, it's like sort of like Gold and Silver, or the Sega game in Pokemon. You can have most of the yokai follow you around. So you can have Jibanyan follow you around. You can have whoever, Total Dude follow you around. It's pretty cool having them with you instead of just Whisper. Connectivity is another thing. Players can scan the previous Yokai Watch game using their Nintendo 3DS to unlock a special Crank-a-Kind coin, which in turn you could get either Buchinyan, Komo-san, or Noko. I'll show this again on screen. I showed it earlier. And QR codes is still the same thing as before. Battles is the same thing. There's mini games including bicycle racing, eating contests, parades, pole climbing, which is some of the stuff that they showed. I would try to have screenshots. I'm not promising I'm having a screenshot right now. As actually I recorded this voice over before editing the video. How that thing works. Terror Time is the same thing. Orbs are collected during Terror Time can be used to empower special Crank-a-Kind coins. If Escape from Oni is successful, a new battle modes are introduced, allowing 4 players to each choose a yokai and fight against only yokai, which is awesome. Music, same composer from the first one, Keiichiro Saigo. I'm gonna say Keiichiro Saigo. Same composer. The soundtrack is sharing new themes as well as returning ones from the first game and others from the anime. So yeah, actually in Japan, Yokai Watch 2 won 3 awards, 3 game awards. So that's pretty awesome to think about there. I don't really know what else to add. I hope you guys are, well informed by now. One of the things I'm definitely looking forward to is actually this whole faction thing. I was completely unaware of that until the Nintendo Direct from a few days ago, which is September 1st, 2016. That's the day we saw the Nintendo Direct, and they revealed to us a little bit more about the Yokai Watch 2 storyline, which is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, actually, just one more thing. Actually, if you buy the physical version of the game, or whatever the first initial, however 100,000 sent out, you will actually get. For each game, there's actually a yokai medal that comes with it, which is one of the Yo Motion medals for the Yokai Watch Model Zero. And I will have that screenshot on screen right now, and each medal will unlock a special ultimate move for Jibanyan specifically. One being Nyite and the other one being Next. And I don't know how strong these moves are, because I'm guessing this didn't happen in the Japanese version, so something new for English. I can't, I'm searching around. I don't know what they do, but it sounds awesome. I would try to have a screenshot as well. And then if you get the digital version, this is highly upsetting to me, the digital version should have the ultimate move. It's kind of upsetting, but if you get the digital version of each game, you'll get Jibanyan F, and then the other one you'll get Sailor Nyan, and that's pretty heartbreaking, because I like to physically have the game. I like to have the cases. I like to display the cases on my collection shelf that I have here, and that just sucks. That's the only way to get Jibanyan F and Sailor Nyan. Maybe later in the future they'll release it as DLC. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping on that. I might be grasping at straws or whatever. But I'm pretty sure the Jibanyan medals are going to be sold anyway, separately. So hopefully that's what happens with that too. Maybe just for a certain amount of time. That's the only way you can get it. And so yeah. So now, one of the biggest things about Yokai Watch 2 also, how in Yokai Watch 1, well, I don't have a playthrough on, but in Yokai Watch 1, I fused my Jibanyan with Cough to make Thornyan, and then I don't know how, I'm like, why did I do that? I thought it was going to give me my Jibanyan back or whatever, but you can't revert him back to his normal form. He's just stuck like that. So, I personally have no clue how to get another Jibanyan. I tried to talk to the Jibanyan there in Yokai Watch 1. If anybody knows, please let me know in the comments below how to get Jibanyan back, because I miss my Jibanyan. I did use Jibanyan a lot. But in Yokai Watch 2, you can defuse them. And that's also counting for Badinyan, which is Buffrath and Jibanyan. No Sirs have their first appearance in the anime. But their actual in-game debut will be here in Yokai Watch 2, so that's us. Now, this is one of the things that I would like to be a surprise, but I kind of spoiled myself looking for it. There's 15 yokai in the game that belong to a new tribe, and I will show this tribe on screen right now. Their symbol is called Kaima. Kaima is separated into 3 subdivisions, let's call it. The executives, which are just the 5, they're composed by powerful humanoid yokai ranked S, which are the first yokai in this tribe listed in the medallion. Find out the legend of the yokai before the local yokai. Then there are the servants, and now I had a sneak peek at these servants actually when I updated my Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble, and it showed like the little whip wobs passing on the screen, and you click it, and then you see there's like a dark version of each yokai. Those are the Kaima yokai. They're called the Kai servants. Which only the classic yokai who are being controlled by the Kaima. They appear to their normal counterparts, but the difference is that they're darker, and they have like a purple foggy mask. Their eyes are red, and they're all be promoted. Well, all of the classic yokai below rank A promote 1 rank above their original rank. So if you're D rank, you become C rank, like that, once they become a Kai yokai. These include, I guess we're not limited to, Nomi's one of them, Paliso's another one that I saw that's a classic yokai. There's a Kai yokai. I'll show some images up here. I'm not going to name all of them, I don't remember. I'm saying this off the top of my head, to be honest. Then there's like a third group of Kaima yokai, which are not registered in the medallion at all and cannot be befriended. But they're also responsible for putting the classic yokai under the control and turning them into Kai servants. And I don't know who they are, what they are, like, I don't know. But what I do know, one of the things is the Japanese version, in the Japanese game, there's a third version of Yokai Watch 2. And I am extremely curious to know whether or not we're receiving this third version or the things in the third version that they incorporate that into Yokai Watch 2's ports for English, you know? That's some of the stuff I'm still unclear about, and I do want to find out. And, you know, like, it'll be on Twitter and things like that for you guys who don't know that. So that's interesting to me, and I believe that that's actually all the information I have. We know the I guess I could tell you a little bit about the Yokai Watch Model 0. Unlike the previous games, you know, the Yokai Watch Model 0 does not have like the song, you know, like when you summon Charming, it goes alarming, bing bing, whatever. It just plays the music. It doesn't, the little song is gone, which sucks. Well, at least in the anime, I'm not sure how that will play out in the game. Even in the game, you know, there's not really something in the game, I guess, but that's interesting. But I really want this Model 0. That thing looks awesome. I'm gonna call it quits there. I believe that's every single thing, every single bit of information I have written down in my notes, and things I remember, and also things that they just revealed to us, and Nintendo September 1st on Nintendo Direct. I do know that mid-September, which is probably next week or the week after, there's going to be a demo for all of us to play, so stay on the lookout for Nintendo eShop for that. And yeah, let me know which game are you guys planning on getting. You know, if you haven't seen my other videos, based on those videos, which game is, you know, are you more drawn to? Bony Spirits or Fleshy? You know, choose your side. Do you want to help Arachnus in his side, and I guess that's what it seems like, or you want to help Total Dude in his side, you know, being Arachnus is the underdog because frogs eat spiders and stuff like that, so that's pretty interesting. I plan to keep on watching the anime, actually, understand a little bit more, see what of the anime do they incorporate into these games too as well. I plan to cover a lot more Yokai Watch in the future, reviewing episodes and things like that. Let me know if you guys are excited for this sort of thing. Let me know what you guys want out of the Yokai Watch side of things. You know, for Pokemon I have plans, thoughts, a whole bunch of things, but Yokai Watch is really, basically I'm covering news, you know, more or less. I still don't have enough money to get me a capture card and things like that, and I plan to, I guess mid next year, maybe, or early next year, I'll probably have one, hopefully. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Anything I leave out, anything you guys are interested in, anything, you know, that you wanted to add, you know, let me know in the comments down below, please. I really appreciate it. And once again, I would like to really thank you guys so much, especially the last two Yokai Watch videos. They're getting so many views, and a certain video, Pokemon, already broke 15,000 views. And I'm just mind blown at the amount of response that I'm getting on all these videos. And you know, I'm gonna keep this train rolling. And so yeah, guys, thank you again so much. And let me know in the comments. Don't be strangers. Leave a like, share this video. You know, the classical thing. Shadow Ball that like button. You know, or Pulse of Fury the like button, and subscribe button. And I really truly appreciate you guys. This is sort of a thank you video as well. I plan to cover Yokai Watch 3 in the future too as well. That's coming out. But yeah, that's all she wrote, really, folks. And I am Outlaw, you my viewers, and together we make up the best in Outlaws. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.